Well, thank you, League of Women Voters, for hosting this event, and Cindy Andrews for moderating. I mean, isn't this great to be able to get together and talk about substantive issues and have a debate? You know, you and I should do this more often. So my name is Marek Tyszkiewicz. I'm the son of Polish immigrants. My parents actually had to survive Siberian gulags during World War II to come to this country. So I was born and raised in the Midwest. I live in Anderson now with my wife Missy, my sons Jack and Harry. Both Jack and Harry go to Forest Hills Public Schools. Little information about myself. My wife and I own a small business, a yoga studio in Cincinnati. I'm a former high school math and physics teacher. And I did that for a few years before discovering the actuarial profession. If you don't know what an actuary is, we use math and science to predict what things are going to cost in the future, which, if you think about it, it's a pretty good skill to have in Congress, where we control the purse strings of the country. So I'm a particular type of actuary. I'm a public sector actuary, which means I've worked with elected Democrats and Republicans across the country for the last 24 years, helping them understand and fund their pension and health obligations, their governmental obligations. One thing I learned is both sides of the aisle respect an actuary. Because we're about facts, not partisan politics. And that's why I'm running. We need more people like me who will put the country above politics, who come up with real solutions. And I hope we'll talk about some of these real solutions today. I have some on my website, electintegrity.com. I talk about how to fund the Highway Trust Fund and create jobs throughout our district. So if we don't get to that today, please check out my website, and I look forward to having this conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Wenstrup.
Well, thank you very much, Cindy, and I appreciate you being here tonight, taking time from your schedule and the League of Women Voters for putting this on, and certainly for all of you in the audience for being here. It's good to be here at UC Claremont. I am a UC graduate, and I was born and raised in Cincinnati. I've lived my entire life in the greater Cincinnati area, except for the time that I was doing my medical training as a podiatrist in Chicago, doing both my schooling and residency there. My wife, Monica, and I have been married for about 2.5 years. We have a 10-month-old son, and he is keeping us plenty busy, that's for sure. So sometimes people will ask, why did I ever run for Congress? And it isn't something that I necessarily planned on. I knew throughout my life I wanted to become a doctor, and I did. And in 1998, after seeing our country under attack time and time again, I decided to join the Army Reserve in the case that there was a necessity to have to serve. And I got that opportunity. I served in Iraq from 05 to 06 as Chief of Surgery for Combat Support Hospital. And I came back and I started giving talks about the tour and about heroes and about service, and people said you ought to run for office. And I gave that some thought over time. And I thought, how many people are in Congress that have ever run a business? I started with my own practice and then joined Wellington Orthopedics. How many people have been in Congress that have been in healthcare and actually seen patients? And how many people have served in the military? And there are many people in Congress making decisions every day on these types of things. I'm proud to and honored to serve in Congress. I think that having a background that's different from politics throughout your life is important. We've made many accomplishments in this first term, and I'm proud to serve on the Armed Services Committee and the VA Committee, and I'm proud to say that we did pass a VA bill that will help our veterans.